Five Nights at Freddy's Secret of the Mimic is a mascot horror game by the developers Steel Wool, the same studio who made that one broken tech demo that somehow went on to be the franchise's best-selling game. I guess it's true what they say, a word I can't speak in the first 17 seconds on YouTube sells. Given that game's honestly deserved reputation, people's expectations for S of the M were understandably low. Not mine, however, as I literally said I was hopeful for Steel Wool's next release at the end of the FNAF video I put way too much effort into. And that's not me saying the video is cringe or anything, I literally... that project got way bigger than I intended, oh my god. But unlike Steel Wool, at least I managed to deliver a complete product. Now, aside from one extremely aggravating glitch, don't worry, we'll get to that, I found Secret of the Mini Fridge to be relatively bug-free. And if the title or thumbnail of the video wasn't any indication, I in fact found this to be the scariest FNAF game I've ever played. And I'm certain you're curious as to what brain injury I suffered to possibly make this claim. But I do mean it. The monster, the environment, the gameplay, not the story. The set pieces are all a complete improvement over Security Breach, and not only that, better than every other mascot horror game I've played on this channel, except for My Friendly Neighborhood, that game's goated, and even ones I haven't uploaded yet because, come on, the game just released, you really think I'm gonna pass up that easy engagement? My cat's medical bill isn't going to pay itself.
Who cost me $2,800 in medical bills right before I was supposed to leave for vacation? You did?
Of course, a title like The Scariest FNAF is like calling something the tastiest Burger King meal, as it's really not that high of a bar to begin with. Even the classics like FNAF 1 are only scary for the first couple of nights, as afterwards it becomes more about memorization, reaction time, and frustration more than it does actual horror. In other words, just because part of a game is scary doesn't mean the whole thing is. Now, since I'm not entirely sure where public opinion of this game sits right now, as I'm not really part of the FNAF fandom, or as nobody but me calls it, the FNAFdom, I'm not certain if calling Slipping of the Jimmy a good game is a controversial take or a safe one, but that's just how Daddy likes it. I intend to give you my entire raw take on this game, unencumbered by any pre-existing opinions. So if liking this game turns out to be cringe, then I am cringe, and that's based. Now, this game does still have its share of problems, and I will be talking about them because they are not insignificant. In fact, one of these problems is so egregious that I took the liberty of fixing it myself in the editing just so you could experience how the game would be improved otherwise. I won't be pointing out this little switcheroo at the start, but I'm honestly curious to see what your opinions of this change are after I point it out. But let's go ahead and tuck that little nugget away back into your head for now and dive into just why I'm calling this the scariest FNAF ever, and let's dissect. In FNAF Secret of the MNAF, you play as Arnold, an overworked handyman who is being forced to one last job of the day on threat of being fired from one of the highest paying jobs in America.
I know, the grind is exhilarating, isn't it? You can't fool me though, you're just trying to snag one of those $25 gift certificates at the end of the year for outstanding performance.
This intro immediately put me in a good mood, not only because I found the writing to be actually funny, but because the intro reminded me directly of the only mascot horror game I actually really like. Speaking of, if you're new to my channel or are just really bad at paying attention, my attitude towards mascot horror is similar to how roughly half of all Kojima villains are written, because I am constantly screaming at these games that I want them to hurt me more. Or, if you aren't as fluent in Freak as I am, it means I'm usually very disappointed. We're being sent to Murray's Costume Manor as it is being contracted by Fazbear Incorporated, and we're here to collect. As far as I can tell, MCM is the Showbiz pizza to Fazbear Entertainment's Chuck E. Cheese, and it definitely has more of that sack filled with mashed potatoes look to the characters. Fittingly, this game takes place in the 70s with all the thinly veiled misogyny that entails.
Mom, you won't have to leave the kitchen for the house to be spotless.
Women.
And thus is probably the first game in the series. I say probably because this is still Five Nights at Freddy's, which left behind all attempts at a coherent timeline after Scott Cawthon made that blood pact with game theory all those years ago. As such, I am not going to try to fit this into the overall story, and instead just focus on the game as it presents itself, which means yes, I am acutely aware that I probably did not get the canon ending, so don't even start about that in the comment section. This will not be the last I have to say about how FNAF locks the true story behind a bunch of arbitrary jerking around, but I do want to say one last thing before we get started. Yes, I know that it wasn't actually Afton at the end of Security Breach. I played Ruin. I only didn't mention the Mimic because Security Breach never mentions the Mimic. Legitimately, it is not in the game at all. It is an ass pull invented entirely by Ruin and just makes Security Breach even more confusing. What the hell was I supposed to do? Say something like, Vanny, now finally getting the courage to rebel against her tormentor, throws herself at Afton, wildly and viciously plunging her knife into the killer's rotted flesh. But then, It doesn't actually work because it's not Afton, it was actually the Mimic, a robot nobody had ever heard of and was never mentioned, who was just cosplaying as Afton for no reason, which means it's not even a twist, it's just dumb and bad writing, and any sense of a dramatic payoff is ruined. So all of you who said, OMG, he doesn't know it was the Mimic, can get all the way off my back about that one. Now with that little bit of catharsis done, let's go ahead and start the game so y'all can find something else to flood the comment section with. Legit, I actually kind of want you to. Not just because it helps drive engagement, but because the vast majority of my community is extremely positive, and I legit love what y'all have to say. I think I might be one of the only YouTubers who pulls up my comment feed to feel better at the end of a long day.
I just pulled up.
Good job.
Doesn't look like anyone's here.
I'm sure you're right. Those motion sensors never tell the truth.
Okay. Well, how am I supposed to get in?
To access the building, you've been provided with a data diver tool. Good job. Well done.
Oh, it's a hold. Oh, interesting.
The MCM facility is temporarily closed. For all deliveries and work inquiries, the client and deliveries entrance is located around the side of the building.
Okay, there, Jiminy Cricket. Woo! So I can see some people being annoyed at that kind of control scheme. I actually like that, where you interact with objects. That means if I'm running from something, that gives me something to fumble and mess up. I like that. Automatic doors.
Welcome, potential buyers, to Edwin Murray's Costume Manor. Don't forget, every one of my creations are available for purchase or lease.
It's one guy doing all this. This is kind of exciting. This is a day one release. I've never done that before.
Welcome! The show's just begun. There's so much to be done. You want to be here to stay. It's a one-of-a-kind fantasy workshop where you'll quite simply be amazed.
Whoa. Yo. I'm actually enjoying this because I legit love dark rides. Oh, I was legit having fun. I actually really like dark rides. Like, if I didn't have a full-time job and had the money to travel, I legit reviewed dark rides. I love them. Oh, puzzle time. God. Aha. Oh, I see. So there's different doors I can open. Oh, so this is, please. Oh, I'm getting hyped up. This is like a Resident Evil or My Friendly Neighborhood situation. Love that. Basic security. Yes. Okay, there are like. Oh, that's so cool. There's gonna be keys and stuff. Oh, I'm getting actually hyped for this. I am liking the atmosphere.
Just follow the soothing sound of my voice.
What's up?
Hey, you made it. I knew you would. No one doubted you for a second. And those who did are now out $20. But seriously, great job. Now that you're there, and it would be very difficult for you to turn back, I should probably level with you. We're still detecting movement in the building that you're in, and we have a little bit of an idea as to what it might be. Old Murray made some neat stuff over the years, and unfortunately, it seems that one of his most creative inventions may have encountered some homicidal glitches in its programming. He was working on an endoskeleton that can adapt to any costume or character, large or small, with the ability to take on the persona of the character it occupies. We'll be working on some ideas on how to neutralize this rogue endoskeleton. But in the meantime, just try to be quiet, careful, and focused on the task at hand. Always being mindful of the fact that this entity could potentially be inside any costume or character that you see. All right, take a deep breath and get back in there. Finish the job, and that $25 gift certificate is as good as yours. It looks like you don't have a security level high enough to leave this office, or enter the power room for that matter. Use that data diver upgrade machine. It should give you clearance to open the door. Now go find that power room. Over and out.
And thus we come to the core gameplay loop, exploring the facility to find various keys in order to further progress and find yet more keys. This immediately got me more hyped up than my cat Queso on catnip.
Why is he so violent?
Because this was gearing up to be, just as I said, a Resident Luigi's Mansion Hood style game. Unfortunately, in practice, the game does this weirdly linearly. There are of course side areas to explore, including this one side room which I'm just certain is made solely for the purposes of hawking that digital crack that is Fazbear lore. But typically, once you find your way out of this main hub area, the path forward is rather linear, so this game is actually more like a hybrid between Resident Evil and Mario 64. This isn't inherently a good or bad thing, but it did lead me to find out that Resident Evil was actually released before Mario 64, which, that seems wrong to me, like I can't be the only one. But with my joke about Princess Peach hiring George Trevor as her lead architect now ruined, we start the game proper and get introduced to the secret of the Mimic's first attempt at horror. Right, so this thing can be anything. So am I actually always in danger? Oh, I see a hiding spot. Is this a hiding spot? Yep. Power room. That's right. He said we need to go get the power. Bonk. Oh, that dog. Bonk. Ooh. Puzzle. I love puzzles. Where are we trying to get this to? Oh, there's a timer. Oh, there's a timer. Okay. Pop. Here we go. Got it. I think. That looks correct to me. Nice.
Check. Testing.
Whoa.
1, 2, 3. Great news. Power has been restored to this wing of the building. Come on back to the security office for further instructions. You haven't seen anything unusual yet, have you?
No, because I missed whatever that jump scare sting was for.
That was quick.
Thank you.
So, let's talk about what you're there to find. Obviously, this possibly murderous endoskeleton has encountered some unfortunate glitches, but that doesn't mean the idea isn't sound or valuable. We think that endoskeleton has a lot of potential, and that's why we want you to retrieve Murray's original schematic for it. Get that schematic, and with some luck, you can deactivate that endoskeleton and collect it for us as well. You need to reach Murray's executive suite. That's where the schematic most likely is. Your data diver doesn't have executive permission yet, so you can't get anywhere near it. Before you go, take a hand crank for the security fence. Looks like you can get one from the inventory tube system.
Who's crank? Oh, is this gonna... That's interesting, like there's other things stored here.
Now, what are you waiting for? Keep on trucking.
That's interesting. Okay. Oh! Hi! Nope. Let me in. Really hope you can't get in here. What is it doing out there? Okay, bye. Or is it just out there? Yeah, it's still just, it's actually... Huh. Okay. Go around, and no. Okay, so... now we're gonna learn if you have object permanence. Looks like you do. Or maybe not. You do not have object permanence. Okay, so but now what do I do about you? I see a thing over there. Keep walking that way. Okay. No, I can't pick these. I can pick these up. Run. Idiot. No, crud. I keep looking at it. Come on. Alright. To my immense, throbbing surprise, our first encounter in this Mascot Horror game isn't a linear chase sequence, but an actual, honest to Slanesh, you're trapped in a room with a patrolling monster scenario, and I cannot describe how happy that makes me. Since the topic of linear chases will come up later, and because I've already talked about them in prior videos, I'll go over them briefly and explain why I usually don't care for them. A linear chase involves very little thinking, counterplay mistakes, or panic. It's just you running down a linear path where everything is predetermined and follows a set script. This bit of roof will collapse now, the monster will stop chasing you exactly here, a thing will fall on the monster just in time now. Meanwhile, in this kind of scenario, I have to find my own way around, use my own wits and thinking to hide at the right time, use the environment to my advantage, and eventually slip past the monster. Nothing was on script here. It was all up to me to survive, which is far more organic, far closer to a dangerous situation in real life. Additionally, if you mess up a linear chase, that's it, game over, and you just start again from the top where basically everything happens the exact same as the last time. And it has been scientifically proven that repetition makes things less scary via a process called acclimatization, which I talked about at length in my previous video. In a what I'm going to call a hunting sequence like this one, if I mess up, I might have the chance to recover the situation and live. And even if I die, the monster's AI and random pathing, as well as my own inputs, are going to make the situation somewhat different in the next go round. That helps reduce the rate of acclimatization and keeps the same scenario scary while still allowing the player to die. Now, talking about death, loss of progress, and actual threat in horror is a lot more complicated, and trust me, it's gonna come up later in the video because this topic does become a bit of a problem. I won't say how just yet, but just know that it's going to be an opportunity for me to point to my prior FNAF video and say, see, this is what I was talking about, exactly what I was talking about. And weirdly, it won't be the last time I do that because either Steel will actually learn from their mistakes in Security Breach, or, the more likely scenario, they watched my FNAF video, realized how incredibly smart and handsome I am, and paused all production to introduce as many of my ideas into Secret of the Mimic as they could in the single week between that video launching and this game's release. So basically, if you enjoyed this game, you're welcome. It's all because I posted a YouTube video with barely 100,000 views. Okay. Oh, one of these. It's inside. Big ol' code I don't have yet. 2. 2. Apparently the puzzle isn't going to be that simple. I laugh to, like, de-stress, basically. That's my response to... No, I was actually tense there. That was good. I like that. Now, will this pass... Oh, I can put this in here. Put you in here. There we go. Chunk. Whoop. Nice. But let's see if this passes the elevator test. Will this be a elevator in a horror game that doesn't just fall? They're rare. It's very rare that you have a horror game with an elevator that doesn't fall somewhere. You know what, actually? Security Breach didn't have any elevators that fell. I'm kind of surprised. Hey, fizzy fun time soda. Yeah. Ice cold. Oh, dude, I would actually... Oh, I love milk. Legit, like, not even kidding. Aha, upgrade station. Excellent. Alright, moving right along. Alright, this little minigame again. I'm glad the minigames don't kill you in this one. Oh, it's an actual puzzle. Okay. Oh, crap. If I'm fast enough, can I... Aha! That seems a little cheaty, but okay. I'll take it. Yeah, and no glitches so far. Like, I'm trying to not take glitches into account of how the game is, because I'm focusing more on the horror and the story, but... Nah, it's impressive. This game is a lot more polished so far. Makes me happy. I'm glad I'm being a little bit vindicated from the end of my previous video. Which you can view right here! So we're off to go exploring to find another crank. Ah, fantastic. I really like that, how that elephant is right there. That... Oh, there's a crank. I just take... I can't just take it, I guess. I have to wind this up. Why not? Oh, you're on the box cover. Thanks. Are you alive? No. I will say I have had as little as possible spoiled for this game. Like, I haven't watched much of the trailers or anything. I do recognize that guy, obviously. I did accidentally spoil something a little bit for myself. I do know that there is someone in a bunny costume involved who is not Vanessa or Afton. I found that when I was editing the trailer for my previous FNAF video, and I came upon a frame. I'll put it on screen. It looked sort of like, kind of like Vanny's suit, but what am I talking about? I'm showing it on screen now. Or I was.
Welcome.
Whoa.
New user Freddy. Execute.
User Freddy?
Package, letter, article, post, postcard, card, communication, note, memo, memorandum, missive, report, news, dispatch, copy, bulletin, etc. Link to a method of delivery.
Like this guy. Oh, it's a one-way thing. Okay. This is not how you... This is not... Oh, it is the clown! Hello, clown. Well, I know I'm safe here because I can't escape. Yep. I mean, there's nothing I can do here. Jackie, your name is Jackie. Whoop! Uh-oh. How will I ever escape this situation that I can't escape from? Oh, jeez. Oh, I like that guy! No! Oh, there we go. Oh, here comes the linear chase. Well, I'm assuming I'm gonna... Wait. Oh, wait. Whoa, never mind. That's not a linear chase. That's fine. Wah! You okay, Arnold? I would prefer you be a little bit more talkative. Well, I mean, I get right now you kind of want to be quiet, but if there's any time to shut up, it's right now with that giant clown chasing you. So that might not be the mimic? I don't know. What's up?
Don't get your birthday hug!
You missed my birthday. I wonder if they release this on some YouTuber's birthday. Like Poppy Playtime, they literally just put in an Easter egg saying, I know your birthday, and it was Markiplier's birthday, specifically because, like, ooh, we can have Markiplier react to this. That'll get a lot of views on YouTube. I love Markiplier's responses. It's like, I'm not impressed. Anyone can look that up.
Okay, alright. Well, I'm assuming that you just Googled that, because that's pretty public information.
I don't have much respect for Poppy Playtime. Whoa! Oh, yep, here comes the chase. Or not? Never mind. Is this a chase? Okay, I guess not. He found me, or she found me. I don't know. Jackie. Could be either or. Jackie Chan! It's Jackie Chan! Oh, yep. Okay, here comes the chase. Yes, it's another Rush Hour with Jackie Chan, and while I'm not going to talk about linear chase sequences again, or how for some reason every single Mascot Horror ends with the monster getting their head caught in a door, but I can at least use this chase scene as an interesting background while I talk about a few things because honestly, if you've seen one linear chase, you've seen them all. By now, you've probably noticed that unlike the bright and overstimulating security breach, secretions of the mollusk realize it's supposed to be scary and remember to turn down the lights. The atmosphere is generally rather dark and claustrophobic, leading to a far more oppressive atmosphere than security breach. This holds up for pretty much the entire game. So while I may enjoy the aesthetic of Security Breach on a level of, if this were a real place, it would be constantly rented out by suspiciously wealthy furries, in terms of horror, this design is far more fitting. I also want to give this game credit for having us run into this empty elephant suit right after our encounter with the Mimic in that very same suit, as it's a nice little sprinkle of before going to the this is very obviously going to be trying to kill you in 30 seconds set piece of Jackie here. And unfortunately, while Jackie is animated very well, like legit better than anything from Security Breach, Steelwool apparently took inspiration from Krusty the Clown because Jackie is completely wasted. All we get from it is a linear chase sequence as well as 2 moments where we're basically stuck and are just waiting for a cutscene to play. And I know this may seem like a nitpick to a lot of people, but it's really kind of an anti-climax when a game forces you into a scenario where you have no way to escape the monster and it's just slowly creeping up on you. But rather than talk about that now, since trust me, this is far from the last time the game does this, there's just one last point I need to make about Jackie before we move on. Jackie is the I'm not sure if there's a term for them yet, so I'm just gonna call them main attraction enemies. Jackie is the main attraction enemy that the box art and marketing focuses on the most. Yet for some reason, all we get from it is this one chase sequence and then poof, that's it. The main focus of the marketing is defeated in the opening of the game, and that's the last we see of Lady Dimitrescu. On the one hand, I get it. A scary Jack-in-the-Box clown is a lot more marketable than the T-1000's emaciated cousin, and again, I'm a YouTuber, I get it. But it also feels a tad dishonest to so heavily feature a legitimately cool monster and then kill it off so quickly. In fact, I'm pretty certain that Spindly Jackie here gets the least screen time out of any of the main attractions, which is kind of bewildering because they're killing off a Jack-in-the-Box character in a game that is literally all about jump scares. It was at least a fun chase scene to look at. Ah! A lot of vent crawling. It's funny how that's like a trope in video games, and yet... Oh, you're alive. Okay. Bye. What the?
Please respond.
Oh.
Over.
That's convenient. What's up?
Awesome. Glad to see you made it here without any complications whatsoever. So we did some digging to learn more about that bothersome endoskeleton that keeps relentlessly pursuing you. We came up with some great ideas on how to protect yourself. Unfortunately, we came up with those ideas before the last technicians were sent in, and they ended up with less than positive results.
I see.
So it seems that maybe distraction and avoidance are your best tools.
Yeah, I figured.
As a direct confrontation will likely result in the loss of some limbs.
Or just an instant game over.
The previous technicians considered it an honor to lose limbs in the service of their company, and I'm sure they would tell you that themselves if they hadn't died from blood loss. We expect you'll succeed where they
I was gonna say workers'
One out of
comp,
three
but...
Fazbear employees has confidence in you, so go get 'em, Tiger.
So 90% chance that static there means he's been taken over. Well, not him, but like the feed's been taken over by the Mimic. It's not the first time he's done that. What are you freaking out about, boy? Oh, crap. Yep, I see him. Ooh. That makes me very happy that he can disappear. Oh, that makes me very, very happy. It's not just scripted. It's not just scripted! Okay, that's what he looks like right now. I wonder how often he can change. Oh, there's so many things for me to wonder about this. Wait, are there two of them? There's two of them now? How did that happen? Why are there two of them? Keep moving. That's bad for me. How do I reset this?
Good job. You can reach the lobby from here. Look for a control station. You should be able to get those doors to open by restarting the Welcome Show program.
Yay! Okie dokie. Oh, we're up here.
The new world awaits. Now it's time to explore.
Okay. Yep, that opened the curtains. Bonk. Ah, loading screen. That's not a terrible way to do it. Ooh. Ooh. Oh. I do have to say, I love the atmosphere so far. There's a lot of costumes in here. Hi. Ugh. He hasn't done the thing that I really want him to do. That's, you know, be a costume and then jump out at me as that costume. That's just, you know, pretending to be a costume. That would be literally the best thing he could do. This is out of order. Ah, here we go. Oh, Look at you! You have a little bow tie! Oh my god! You're so cute! I hope you don't die too. The last guy I liked also died a violent death. Oh.
Error. This elevator is out of service.
Okay. Oh, there's different levels of... Oh, fascinating.
Security personnel, please help with client relations until the elevator repair is complete.
Oh, this is cool.
Attention! Elevator maintenance is required. Refer to the repair cassette for instructions.
Hey Laura, what's this?
The repair cassette is conveniently located on the second floor balcony.
Okay, thank you. Oh.
Repair cassette. 0158.
0158. There was ever a time for the mimic to pretend to be a costume here. That would be it. Oh, yep, okay. Crap. Okay, I don't think he saw me come in here. Nope. Just keep walking. Yeah, because I need to go up to the second floor. Oh, crap! Oh, in we go. Ah! Damn it! Damn, he's fast. That actually got me a bit. That's probably the biggest reaction I've ever... Oh my god, it changes! Oh, that's so cool! I love that. I love that so much. That is such a good idea. Oh my god. Ah. And once again, I am vindicated by having a major point I made in my last video proven entirely correct by something Steel Wool improved here. In the security breach video, I directly stated that the game rarely makes you feel like you're being hunted since the animatronics just kind of show up randomly and don't even really seem interested in finding you half the time. In Secret of the Secret, the mimic can only appear in certain places, or maybe he won't appear in those places. Sometimes he'll pose as an empty costume, sometimes he'll switch costumes during the hunt to throw you off. Not to mention, both of these locations are excellent for hunting. There are multiple other costumes all around you, sometimes duplicates of the one that's hunting you. The spaces are all confined and cramped, letting you scurry around like a frightened little mouse, but also potentially allowing you to corner yourself. This all leads me to what might be a bit of a bold statement here, but I'm just gonna say it. The Mimic is the best modern example of what a mascot horror game should do. So many mascot horror games, including Secret of the Mimic itself sometimes, barely uses the mascot part of mascot horror to its advantage. The OG Freddy worked so well because it took animatronics that were more or less grounded in reality, put them in a mundane place, and then added a slightly spooky twist to them. These felt like actual children's mascots, and the location for these mascots made sense. Compare this to practically every other mascot horror like Poppy or Bendy or Garten of No, I am never playing these games on my channel and you can't make me. We have these massive, larger-than-life monsters that are entirely impossible roaming around these vast underground complexes that make absolutely no sense in terms of where a children's mascot should be. The monsters get so twisted and the environment gets so warped and crazy that it completely wastes the real strengths of mascot horror. FNAF 1 works so well because it's taking a place we would typically be comfortable in and it makes us now feel threatened, which in turn makes it easier for us to place ourselves in this situation. A game like Poppy, meanwhile, throws us into the bowels of some impossible secret lair while some impossible monster tries to kill us. How exactly does an environment like that or a river of Boris corpses have anything to do with children's mascots? To quote the devil, it doesn't. But this leads me to another interesting question. If you're going to have all these fantastical places and these impossible monsters, why not just go all the way? Well, okay, yeah, I know it's for marketing purposes, but just hear me out. Horror can absolutely make use of the impossible, warping our reality to throw our primitive caveman brains into entirely unfamiliar territory. That, ironically, is my favorite kind of horror, which is why I love games like Soma or Silent Hill. In games like that, we're constantly being thrust into entirely impossible places with entirely impossible monsters that look and feel the part of horror. The point I'm trying to make is that FNAF 1 was crafted around the idea of a haunted Chuck E. Cheese. And every last aspect of that game, from its characters to its environment, is built to suit that. In Bendy or Poppy, the only idea is monsters that look like children's toys or cartoons, and then just throws us into these massive underground complexes that have no relation to how or where these children's characters would actually exist. To finally bring this long-winded rant all the way back around, Secrets of the Mimic usually works with the same spirit of FNAF 1. Despite a few weird pieces of tech, we're placed basically in a relatively mundane warehouse and showroom that feel like they are the proper size and layout to actually exist in the real world. The mascot costumes too feel very down to earth. Again, not talking about the main attractions, I'll get to them. The costume mascots almost perfectly follow the aesthetic of Showbiz Pizza, and they very much feel like they belong in this usually down to earth Showbiz Pizza themed environment. In a word, or rather 7 words, Mascot Horror is best when it's subtle. It's what I said all the way back in my park review talking about horror of the mundane. The very foundation for Mascot Horror is taking something mundane and twisting it just enough to make it scary, and that's exactly what this game is doing. At least until we get to the next main attraction, which, well, let's just move on, shall we? Shit. Is he gonna kill me? He's gonna kill me. Here we go. Ah! Oh, I actually love that. Oh, I didn't think I'd be gushing this much about this game. That's great. Still wish it wasn't just instant death, but you know what? The encounters are short enough where I'm not that bothered by it. Oh, there's the cassette. I knew I saw that earlier. I hear you going back downstairs. Yes, okay, let's get that tape. Distractions! Yes, that's perfect. Oh, 158. Shit. Give me that, okay. Woohoo! Oh! It made a noise right when I saw that thing come into my view. That is rude. That's actually great though, because like I really thought for a second it had changed. Oh, that's actually great. Idea. I have an idea. So let's go ahead and smack this. I'm gonna run and get into here. Yeah, go inspect that. Do it, you fool! Yeah, that's right. Ha! Outplayed. That was satisfying. Do I just like give this to you, or what do I do with this? Oh. Ah.
Hello, employee. If you're listening to this tape, the elevator has once again stopped working. Please follow these simple instructions to reset the elevator.
Okay.
And you are done.
So I guess I can take the elevator now. Bro's still out here? Nope. Well, he could be, but bonk. Elevator time. Oh, it's you. Hello again. My best friend in the whole world. Another one. How are you little cleaning guys? You know what, I'm surprised there haven't been any, like, lore documents going, people are dead. Oh, no. Oh, I like your design. You're cool. I appreciate that, though. Like, we have plenty of horror games that do that. We don't need every single horror game to have those logs going, I'm dead. Ooh. I was just...
Can I borrow your voice?
I was literally just talking about this.
Sure. I don't even know
I
you.
promise I didn't plan that.
I'm brand new here. I'm Fiona, and you are?
Edwin Murray. This is my dad's place. I heard you were a puppeteer, and I wanted to record your voice.
Oh, well, yes, I used to be.
Well, that's great. Do you mind if I record you for a test?
So this showroom is currently out of order, but I did see access. That's just creepy. Whoa. Oh! Yo! Okay. Oh, crap. There we go. That should do it. Woo! Why is this place powered by lava?
Experience the latest in carnival and midway game technologies.
There it is.
Please take.
Cool. I wanted to go this way.
Please.
Fine, I'll be back. Yo! Music Man!
Welcome to the big
Your design is cool. Oh, oh. I don't want. Ugh. Not a fan of that.
You there.
What's up?
Tickets, please.
Step right up and test your
I gave you a
skill.
ticket.
Shoot the targets to win a spin on the prize wheel.
Okay, let's just
Win a spin on the prize. Ready, set, throw.
24, not bad. Oh, oh, that's the maximum you can get. We'll probably have the best time.
Spin on the prize
Sure.
wheel. Head over to the prize wheel to redeem your free spin.
Okay, dokie. Oh.
Put a spin on the
God, crap. Yeah, I saw the light coming and that was it. Okay, okay, cool. We're just starting here. So I think I need to stay out of this.
my wallet.
Oh, these things are talking. Okay. We're at the prize wheel. Oh, wait, I need to go back and turn the power back on. Right.
Try and try and try again.
Fun.
Keep turning. I like this little melody, though. Alright. Oh, it's a different puzzle. Okay. Oh, is he getting closer? Oh, crap. He totally is. Doesn't matter. I got it. Go. Go. Okay, there we go. Shit. Hurry. Okay.
Please.
Hey. Let's go spin that prize wheel.
Look at you. You have a free spin.
Prick. And this is what I was talking about when I said Mascot Horror is best when it's subtle. While I do like Big Top's design, you'll notice that my behaviors around him and the Mimic are entirely different. I tend to get very hushed around the Mimic, very quiet, which is just what I, personally, tend to do when I'm in a stressful situation. And this is also exactly why I have no plans on streaming horror games, because I will never be the kind of guy who can do this for a living.
So I'll play through.
With Steve here, which is a very funny clown reference. I'm tense, sure, but I'm far more matter-of-fact with this situation. It's venturing away from that horror of the mundane and more into that this guy is way more marketable than Mr. Melting Furby over here. That being said, I do still like this part. It's a nice break from an actual hunting segment while still having some tension. In fact, I'd say it's a great example of how to make a tense minigame. Creeping past Billy here already gives us a sense of danger, that he's a threat, and thus when it's time for the why is this 1970s building powered by lava minigame, we already know what the danger is and can actually hear him stomping closer to us as we try to puzzle it out. When compared to this, I think we see a clear winner. But this section isn't without its flaws. To be blunt, I die. A lot. Here. Ow. It's mostly due to these mannequins having a hitbox as large as Marth's grab range, but I never really ended up getting too frustrated because the game gives us a checkpoint every time we either beat a minigame or solve the lava puzzle. But that's not entirely a good thing. It's certainly better than whatever the hell security breach had going on, but it's not without flaw. But I have a very specific part of this game in mind to talk about that, so let's just skip ahead in this admittedly repetitive section and move on to the inevitable chase sequence because, come on, it's a giant spider robot, it can't not end in a climactic chase.
Wheel of prizes. Spin, wheel, spin. A mystery
Give me that.
present. You
Awesome.
might win.
Oh, you've gotta be. Oh, cool, I can just. Oh, he moved. Oh! Oh, yes! Oh, that makes me happy. Oh! Oh, I get it. So it is top hat, crown, bow tie. I'm not sure what kind of hat that is. Boom! Got it. Oh, I'm back here. Oh, no, I'm not back here. Oh, sweet. All right, let's get this upgrade going. Here you go. Boop. Awesome. New key. Oh, that's clever, because that's like, I think that's a bit of a Scott Cawthon's, like, sprite sona, or whatever you want to call it. And it's the creator, because, you know, oh, that's cute. I get it. I get it. Roof access. What the hell was that? Being haunted. Whoa, it's snowing! Oh, I'm a Georgian, I never get to see this. Despite the fact that it actually snowed decently heavy, this year. Oh, I never get to, oh, sorry, I'm just gonna, love it. This is a nice breather, getting to go outside where it's not cramped. This is nice. Yeah, though, so far, vast improvement on Security Breach and Ruin. Like, I did like Ruin, but it was just kind of whatever. But... oh, hi! Yo! Okay. Sup, friend? Oh, it's time for a linear chase sequence. But I think this kind of chase sequence is fine, because it's capping off his area. So it's for a climax, which I'm fine with. As long as a linear chase sequence isn't the only thing we get from him.
Tickets, please.
Shut up. Oh, crap. Aye, cut.
Tickets, please.
Oh, this way. Aye. Okay, there we go. Shut up. Yeah, I knew it. Oh, crap. Crap. Aye. Nope, nope. Yep, we're just going. Ah. Oh, hi. Hi, Big Top. Oh, we're falling. Ah. Oh, you're just dead. Ah, eat shit.
Come back to the security office immediately.
Oh, we're back here.
The location of another upgrade station.
It's extremely convenient that I keep falling right where I need to go.
I am dying to know what happened in there. I'm guessing you took care of it. Well done.
Why not talk to him?
No.
Oh, there we go.
I almost died again. You need to send help. Get me out of here now.
Amazing. We'll look into it. But first, the system says the data diver was updated to include creator permissions. Your next target is the upgrade station in the demonstration theater.
Yeah, you know, I said at the end of my FNAF video that I was actually looking forward to what Steel Wool had next, and you know what? My optimism is being rewarded, because this is actually a pretty good time. Yeah, no, PPE is very important. Whoa, what the? What is this? Oh, cool, we have a little station here. Talk to you real quick.
If you're assigned to run the demonstration, please follow the demo instructions. A completed director suit is required. Use the costume lift to access the theater booth. It won't operate unless you're wearing the suit.
Okay, so I'm after a
Once you're in
suit.
place, the stage manager program will guide you through the demonstration.
Pieces of updated Captain Springlock suit can be found in the workshop. Full shoot required to enter theater backstage. Start assembly. Oh, we're going back through here. Oh, I get it. Yeah, I get it. I bet my bestest friend is gonna be here. Oh, this place looks amazing. I love that I don't know which suit he's in. That is so cool. Crap, well I know it now. This entire section is built around my favorite trope in horror gaming, searching for parts of some objective while I'm trapped in a room with a patrolling monster, or as I like to call them, whole food sections, because the entire experience is organic and I want to leave as fast as possible. From the very beginning of my channel, I've mentioned how I love organic moments in horror games, and now I finally get to trap you all here while I talk about it at length. First off, the room layout is brilliant. We already saw how unsettled I was even before the Mimic started moving around, just because I knew he could be in any of these costumes, and the Mimic takes full advantage of this. Every time you find a limb and install it into Captain Concerningly Handsome Lion over here,
Oh, sea lion, I just got that.
the Mimic goes back into hiding and switches costumes, making each venture out far more uncertain. Even better, there were many times where he'd switch costumes while I was still out there, just to keep me constantly guessing. Second, this area has 2 stories, and this game is heavily dependent on figuring out where he is from his loud footsteps. This added verticality meant that I couldn't immediately tell if he was just around the corner or on the floor above. And this is all on top of how I love these whole food sections to begin with, because, again, they're organic. It's just me, scurrying around like a frightened little mouse as this huge hulking monster tries to track me down.
Stop.
Every path I take is my decision. Every time I come out of hiding is my choice. So when I make a mistake and the monster spots me, that's not because the game was following a script and now it's time to run. It's because I made the wrong choice and now I have to act fast or die. And that acting fast is, again, down to my decision making. It's not a linear chase sequence where the game spells out where to go. It's my awareness alone that will determine whether I live or die. In the footage, you can see me constantly making a mental note of where different hiding spots are or looking for shortcuts back to the assembly room. You can't get this level of horrifying intimacy with a linear chase sequence, or a Simon Says puzzle, or some grand set piece that looks really cool. It comes from well-constructed moments of action and reaction, not just by the player, but from the monster as well. It is also acting and reacting to my actions. It's following noises, chasing after me when I'm spotted, hiding in different costumes. And what's better, this isn't the last time the game pulls one of these whole food sections, both for better and, for not so better. But let's focus on the good for now. I so rarely get to do that on this channel, and it's not gonna last all that much longer. Oh, is he coming upstairs? I don't think so. He is, crap. Oh. God, oh, fuck off. Foot. Foot to get. Get in. Ah, ah. Okay. Oh, crap. Jesus. I think he's upstairs. There's my cue to... Oh, sweet, sweet, sweet. Grab it. Grab it. Thank you. Second leg acquired. Don't... Oh, crap. It's hard to choose which way to go. Crap, he turned on somewhere. I don't know where. Oh, he is above me. Nope. I don't see him. There we go. Oh, I'm screwed unless this is safe. It is, okay. Oh, I think that was the sound of him going to get another suit. There we go, last door. Don't be that. I love how that's oh, this is such a good idea. Crap. Woo! How am I getting into this thing? Oh, there's a glitch. There's a glitch. I can shoot. Oh, I can get out. Interesting. Okay, yeah, bit of a glitch there. Uh-oh. Platform. Interesting. Ah. Oh, does he not want to kill me? I like this octopus. Oh no, I don't go here. Oh, there's my hands. Okay, still wool. There's a bit of a glitch here. Hi. You alright there, buddy? Yeah, you can leave. I'm not doing anything suspicious. Alright. Okay. What is this nonsense? Oh, another one of these. Crap. Okay, let's go. That's satisfying to look at. Still not sure why this place is powered by lava. Cool. What did that power on? Oh, per the other lift. So if I had to bet. Right, because there was a power outage. That's... Oh, I can't get back in. Oh, we're back outside. Oh, and now I have to go get this suit. Well... That's kind of fun that this is of my own doing now, because I put the suit right next to the vent. That's a fun little hoist by his own petard moment, to quote TV tropes. Let's go, Captain. I don't know if that's actually your name, but... Saw my ghost hands again. See you later. Oh, sweet, I do get to use this.
Suit detected. Run demonstration pre-show.
They're gonna have to fix that. God. I mean, if that's the only, like, glitch, it's just a visual one. That's not terrible. You know what, I also appreciate this game, that this game is properly dark, as opposed to Security Breach. That is something I legit just forgot to mention, that the game is just too... What the fuck happened? What? What the hell? I was banished to the Shadow Realm? What the fuck just happened? Okay, well, just launch back in. Okay, continue. Okay. Okay, where the hell am I? So for the egregious sin of just walking forward, the game decided to banish me to the Shadow Realm and softlock my entire save file, as after I endured a linear chase with a character I hadn't met yet, I was plopped back into the main area without the upgrade to my magic door opener the game expected me to have.
Finally, you have access to the admin wing.
No. So I couldn't progress forward, and since the springlock suit was trapped in an area I couldn't get to without the springlock suit, that meant that the past 4 hours I was playing this game had to be redone. Not gonna lie, I actually got up and stopped playing after this because by Slaaneish's infinite holes, I was actually very angry. As in, I would have just quit then and there if I hadn't been doing this for an audience I love and respect so very much. Mwah. At the very least, I figure that kind of dedication earned me a like on this video, right? Honestly though, it's kind of a shame that this resulted in a softlock and not just me getting to skip ahead in the game, because everything between me falling into the void and the chase with William Afton's girlfriend is, okay. Let's hope I don't phase through the f***ing void again. I just got banished to the Shadow Realm for no reason. Thanks for that. What do I... Aha! Bonk. Easy. Okay, so I have a play to do here. Alright. Some little mini game.
The show. Emergency. Unsafe conditions detected. The show must go on.
Yep.
Simply shoot the targets to progress the story.
That's what I've been doing.
Follow the script. Reloading.
What?
Reloading. Reloading.
Oh. Well, that was incredibly boring. Oh, it's you! I saw you on fire earlier.
Poor Captain.
Okay, so we might be catching up to where I skipped ahead.
It appears you have a foreign object wedged inside.
That's me.
First, we will blend up the foreign object.
Oh dear.
Then, you'll need a stringent steam clean to soften up the remaining organic materials so we can
scoop it out. Like the scooper! The lore! We found the lore!
There are 4,625 tasks ahead of you.
That's quite a few tasks. Oh, she's on a set track. Okay. So why did she get set on fire later?
I'm very excited about our next showroom. Let me introduce one
through.
of our many hard-working recycling automations. Say hello, Nurse Dolly.
Hi.
Hello, Nurse Dolly.
Oh, that gets me every time. I thought it would be fun to go with a doll hospital theme. Pretty neat, huh?
Yeah.
There's toasters and precious metals. Those useless things are then used to create new Midway games,
Oh shit!
technologies for your family fun center at a discounted price.
Alright.
And
I'm assuming she's on some kind of track.
down into it.
They do a good job of lighting here, though. She's, has a lot of lighting from... I forget the technical... Oh, crap. I'm screwed! Yep. She just punches you! Oh, I need a crank. Crap. Alright. Oh, here we go. Oh, if I'm not scared of this part, it's because this is... I don't find this scary. I mean, I like her design, I guess. It's okay. But she's on a set track, so it's more like... I've compared it to like a Hat in Time a bunch of times, so I'll do that again, mostly because it's an excuse for me to get to play Hat in Time again. Oh, I love that game. Shut the fuck up. There you are. Go ahead and move on. Oh, there we go. Cool. Easy peasy. Something sounds like it broke. Oh! Oh, I like that. Oh! No. Uh-oh. Oh, crap. Hurry, 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 hurry. Okay, off we go. So after the Mimic possesses Dolly, yes, I'm aware of what it's been doing, we get a proper whole food sequence. You'd think I'd be ecstatic and start spouting off very strangely charged language about how much I love these set pieces. But unfortunately, this isn't so much a moment to show off the strengths of these hunting sections, but rather everything that can go wrong with one, along with a completely separate issue I have with the game in general. The environment itself is fine, nothing as spectacular as the workshop, but it has enough narrow passages, switchbacks, and noise traps for both the Mimic and for you to keep things interesting. Additionally, there are doors only good golly Miss Molly can use, though in practice it never really came up all that much. The problem comes from what we're after, specifically these Monsters Inc. Oh my god, I just killed my surrogate daughter cubes. We need to throw these in this chute to open the way to the furnace, upon which I immediately guessed how Little Miss Sunshine got her name. Horror is a difficult genre to work with because it lives and dies on pacing, and in a game, the pacing is up to how quickly the player can progress. One way to ensure a player progresses quickly and naturally is by placing items they need in places they would logically be. A few of these cubes are placed just so, like in trash compactors, but the others are placed in incredibly infuriating spots, like this one corner bathed completely in red where you'll never fucking see it, like what the hell? By a wide margin, I spent far longer in this Whole Foods than any of the others, simply because I was spending so much time looking for these cubes. And dying. Not only does this lack of progress become frustrating, but an area becomes less scary the more time you spend in it. And the more times you die in it. I don't know why, maybe it was the layout, maybe she's just faster, but I died so many times to Molly Macaw. Molly Macaw. Now, dying so much would be frustrating, but this game is incredibly generous where checkpoints are. Maybe too much, in fact. Every time you chuck another cube into the incinerator, the game gives you an autosave, meaning the only way you can actually lose progress is if you die with a cube in your hands. While this does avoid the frustration of losing a bunch of progress because you sneezed funny, it unfortunately brings another issue. Dying becomes far less scary. Now, as I just said, horror is one of the harder genres of game to get right, and Spiders in the Mausoleum is in an unfortunate spot, and to explain it, let me quote a famous horror genius who was just so handsome and sexy. Instant death in horror games is bad and lazy. To elaborate on the statement of that good-smelling and exceedingly humble hyena, instant death may be an easy way to structure a game in the short term, but over time, it's going to cause issues. And I can think of no better way to demonstrate that than how this instant death greatly worsens the experience of this Whole Foods. Because of the instant death, Steel Wool basically had two options to balance this segment. Either give us autosaves after every cube get, or just one at the beginning. This is why I so often advocate for health bars in horror games. Hell, even the regenerating health in Bendy in the Ink Machine would be better than this because it allows for a lot more granularity when balancing a game. One mistake no longer means instant death, and if I do make enough mistakes to die and get set back to the start of cube collecting, it feels more justified since I messed up just that many times. Aside from the health then, all they really had to do was place these cubes in non-frustrating spots and this section could have been saved. Ah, so I can get into maintenance. Oh, I gotta... Just gonna push her back. Oh, okay, that was a cute little sequence. Gotta admit. Alright, and I think we're getting back to where I was last time. So how in the world... Okay, so let's see where it is I come out. Because we're still not there. And I'm like, how is there a direct load from up there to wherever the heck it is I'm gonna be... Was this it? Yeah, this was it, but the elevator wasn't here. Yeah, this is where it was, but the elevator wasn't here. How did I get teleported to this save spot specifically? How did that happen? Like, I have a decent working knowledge of save triggers and loading triggers and things like that. How did falling down a pit... Because... Somebody tag Astral Spiff. If anybody knows Astral Spiff, show him what I did and see if the FNAF Whisperer can figure out what in the world I did to warp there. Yep, this is it. It's a cool set piece, though. What's up? Well, bye. Idiot. Thank goodness that vent automatically closes. I feel like she doesn't earn this really cool set piece. I don't think she earns it. She felt like such a minor inconvenience. Yeah, that Music Man sequence felt earned. This doesn't feel like... This is a cool set piece, but I don't feel like she was an interesting enough threat. Because she was just sort of wandering around saying generic things. Music Man was this weird, like, contraption. I don't know. I don't know why this doesn't feel as earned. Granted, it is a very cool set piece. I don't know why she's still on fire. I mean, I'm no fireologist. Pyrologist? Oh, it sounds like I'm making blueberry pies and apple pies. Key lime. Love a good key lime pie. Da-da. Pressing this button. Well, I guess I can talk about this, how, you know, these... I probably don't even need to explain why these kind of things aren't scary, because if there's no input for me to do here, and there's a threat showing up, I know it's just scripted and I'm not gonna die. Okay, you know what? Well, I have to press the button here, but, you know, whatever. Wait, how do you get above me from this? I'm very confused. Well, I'm gonna take a step back and just... I'm gonna stay here, I'm just gonna sip on this cool cola while this cutscene plays, because this game is a bit verbose, to be entirely fair.
Good news and some...
And like, this is the second time I'm seeing this, and it's like, alright. Alright, there we go. Cool, I'm about to catch up to where I was in the glitch timeline, I guess. Deep cheesy lore of alternates. Whoa, I saw that! Something jumped out of you. Okay, so I guess the Mimic is inhabiting all these guys then. And then just, like, bailing from their corpses at the last second. So I guess it is just all the Mimic. And then, okay, that makes sense why everything's trying to kill me now, because it's just the Mimic. Hey, I'm back here.
Finally, you have access to the admin wing. The best way to the admin wing is through the warehouse.
Right, finally onto new territory. There we go. Oop. Is that like Proto-Chica? Here we have another hunting section where I scavenge for things I need while the monster searches for me. Or rather, we would have that, except for the fact that I think the Mimic despawned for some reason. Legit, after getting this first piece, it just never showed up again, which is a shame too, because for one, you all know how much I am questionably fascinated with these set pieces, and two, the pressure of looking away to do a puzzle while a monster roams around is just icing on the Freddy Faz cake. What kind of cake do you think Arnold would enjoy? I mean, I know Cassie likes carrot. Oh my god, he's Cassie's dad. She says the Faz wrench looks like a tool her dad uses. They both encounter the Mimic. That's how it would know who she is. You heard it here first, folks. Welcome to Yeen Theory. We then get to a build your own wipeout course puzzle that's really just fine, followed by a lot more aimless wandering. So I'm just going to throw in some highlights until we get to the admin offices, where once again, phone... Who the hell is calling me? Oh wait, it's me. Because I fucking called it! Awesome. That was simple and clean. I'd sing it, but I'm pretty sure that song is super duper ultra copyrighted on YouTube, and I would just get completely destroyed for it. Admin wing that way. I want to see what's this for. I should not have done that. Oh wait, no, you're just doing that little thing. So what is this cat thing? Oh, this is just back. Oh, you are back. you're just dancing! Oh, you're just having a great time! Oh, that's actually fantastic. I'm happy for you, man. There's a lot to this game, actually. A lot of different routes. Like, I know I'm missing a ton of stuff. Like, absolutely. There's so many ways to go. Again, more audio issues. See? Look. What is with that? What is the deal? What is the deal? Stop that. That's so weird. Admin wing. I found it. Finally, the fabled admin... Yo, it's Cupcake! Sup? Ah! You are an alarm enemy. Well, that's good design. I immediately know what you're about. Stay away from the cupcake. So it's just line of sight, or okay, it's proximity. Oh crap! You're in here. Oh my god! I literally said in my security breach idea review that enemies that can't harm you but call the threat to your location are a great idea, and look what we have here. Exactly that. I predicted Secret of the Mimic. I mean, what else needs to be said? I'm apparently the FNAF Nostradamus, FNAF Stradamus, and I expect royalty checks from Steel Wool in the mailbox by the end of the week. Really though, I don't have too much to say for this section. It's a bit more linear, sure, but that's honestly fine to break up the pacing, so, how you doing? Wanna go grab some water? Maybe a snack? I mean, now would be the time to do it, since I'm just gonna skip ahead with some more highlights again until plot finally starts to happen, because, oh yeah, horror games are supposed to have a plot. Ah, we need a code of some kind. And oh, fuck. Where are you going? That way. Good. Let's get into here. Come on, come on, come on, come on. Excellent. Haha.
Attention, traders. Admin wing permissions have been revoked.
Oh.
And no, you can't clear out your desks. You stole my work. Now your jackets, purses, and coffee mugs, and anything else belongs to me. Maybe I'll go find someone to sell your stuff to. How does that feel?
Wow, okay. Where is this? Gosh dang. Oh, these are just stairs. Cool. Fuck, 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 fuck. Whoop. Ah. So that code was probably bonus. Okay, so it looks like it's cute little bucket of chicken. I'd give Chica a bucket of chicken. You know what I mean?
Hello, admins. Let us know if there's anything we can do to make your workday more pleasant, aside from Windows. We've heard your numerous requests and promises to add Windows very soon. So anything other than Windows, let us know, and we'll get on it right away.
That's a cute excuse not to have Windows. Like, I get why they don't have Windows, because that's... You have to render the outside, and then you have to render a skybox. That's a lot more work, and... It'd be nice to have Windows, just looking out into a skyline, to have a skybox to look at every now and then. You know what, honestly, if they hadn't lampshaded it there, I wouldn't have noticed. So they probably shouldn't have said anything. Like, I legit wouldn't have noticed that I haven't seen any windows in the game. Like, to the outside, I mean. Awesome. The last... Woo! It's a big day. Big day. There we go. Got it. Woo! What do you have to say? Nope.
I feel stupid recording this, but I just hope somehow that you can still hear me. I can't do this alone. The change orders are killing me. Our employees, my friends, they keep leaving. The money's gone. I just need to finish the new Fazbear project, and then everyone will come back. We can get back to normal. I miss my friends. Our friends. I miss you. I miss you more than you'll ever know.
Starting here, the game remembers it's supposed to have a story and tries to pick up the plot again after several hours of basically no plot development whatsoever. Unless I guess you count the typical unethical horror company doing vaguely unethical things, which is about as shocking as the fact that humans need air to breathe. Now, despite the game starring a guy named Arnold trying to survive a 36-hour shift at work while heavy machinery and his own boss try to kill him, aka an average warehouse job in America, this game's story is actually about Edwin Murray, the owner of this entire stupid place who I swear has more voice lines than the protagonist does. I'll save my opinions on how the game tells its story once we actually get to the final reveal, but for now, I just need you to trust me, it's gonna be worth sticking around for because not only do I have some serious problems with this game's story, but also the way that FNAF has been telling its stories as of late. So if you haven't really been paying attention to the plot thus far, now's the time to start because here's where it actually gets going. Big Fazbear project. I wonder what it was. Because the Mimic was created for his kid. Ooh, fancy. See, even this guy doesn't have a window. Oh, no, it kind of does. It's cheating. Oh. Okay, that's a... Why does it look like that? Ooh, and you have someone put... The lore! The lore! I shouldn't be too... I know a lot of people really like going into the lore in FNAF, and it's not my thing. Oh my god, that looks like... This is such a random take. That the Mimic's head there looks like one of the cars from the Brave Little Toaster in the Worthless song. Holy crap, that gave me a flashback there.
Project update. I figured it out. There's a leak. Someone told them about M2. Well, they can't have it. Every copy has failed. I don't even know why it worked the first time. But it did. It's just not ready.
M2, Model 2, I'm assuming? Okay, let me translate that binary real quick. I like how I said I didn't care about the lore all that much, and now I'm decoding this. Hurt. Translates to hurt. Edwin, please talk to me. We need to stop it together. Here are the blueprints for a cradle. It can keep David safe and provide boundaries. It's a type of computer, and it's bigger than anything you've done before. If you won't finish the program, consider building the cradle. It will keep people safe. Okay, that's important to know. Edwin, are we losing our home? I don't understand. Wasn't I good enough? Okay, that is from... Wait. Are we losing our... wasn't I good enough? So that might be from the Mimic. Is this also from... Please talk to me. We just stop it together. Okay, that's interesting. Access surveillance room. Oh, dang, okay. Fancy. If I ever become rich, this is the kind of place I want in my house. Oh, this isn't creepy at all. All classified documents properly MCM. Experimental storage number 2. Access Mimic blueprints. Here we go. Oh, crap. Spooky room. Oh, spooky logo. Hang in there. Oh, that's a very cute cat. That's a very cute cat. I might just be biased because Queso's also a orange tabby with little white posies.
Attention all personnel. The power surges have become more frequent. Please use extreme caution when venturing down into the tunnels.
Okay. Okay. Woo. It's the back rooms! Nope.
Stop. You're not him. You're not! Stop sounding like him!
I bet the Mimic was mimicking his son, who died for some reason. Why did you record that? Hello, my little cleaner robot. I love you so much. Oh, there's a Kachunka. That was a very Markiplier line read. Oh no, I'm becoming Markiplier. It is okay. That is the thing. Ah. I'm becoming the Mimic and mimicking Markiplier. Supposed to stay in the light. Oh, freaking. What is... Gosh, stop that. What are we doing? Oh, fuck, this is a Weeping Angel segment. Oh, shit. Oh my god, shit. Where the f... Oh, hi. Oh, shit. Oh, fuck. Jesus. Oh, Jesus, stop doing that. Fuck, where am I going? Okay. Shit. Okay. Fucking just book it. Book it. Oh, fuck. Oh, shit. Woo. Stop. Ka-chunk it. Okay. Just book it. I have no idea if I could have actually have died there, but... Why do I want this? Oh, it's a light! That was actually excellent. Oh, don't do that. What more do I really have to say? I pretty much covered it all in that string of profanities I tend to utter when I'm actually scared of a horror game. I mean, come on. It's a weeping angel monster in a room where the lights are constantly flickering on and off, and on top of that, looking at it for too long causes you to start hallucinating. Really? What do you want from me here? Steel Wool has once again proven that they're really, really good at Weeping Angel segments for some reason. The only real criticisms I have are how I wish it wasn't just a one-shot kill, and how I think that the design could stand to be a bit scarier because I really couldn't stop thinking that it was Professor Genki out to get me. The next few rooms even expand on this initial encounter by having directions on the floors and walls to follow, as well as making the layout more maze-like. And considering the next two sequences coming up are both incredibly clever and my favorite in the game, respectively, I'll just go ahead and restate that this is why Secret of the Mimic is the scariest and best FNAF game I've played. I mean, if you need more proof, just look at my reactions in the footage itself. I'm laughing, gushing over how much fun I'm having, constantly praising the game for doing so many clever things. I'm not the kind of guy to fake reactions for views. This game is legitimately a fun, scary experience, and I cannot wait to show you how the game just keeps being good, at least for a while. There's still problems, don't worry. Okay, round 2 of whatever this bullshit is. Hi. Oh, you can teleport. Fantastic. Hi, ho, hi ho. Markers, I see them. On the ground. Sup? Ah! Oh, you're sad. Ha! Just right back into it then, huh? Nope. Okay. I actually really like that I can hear him. That's a fantastic touch. Jesus. Oh. Hi. There we go. Let's go. Let's go. That was actually good. That was actually good. That was actually fantastic. Again, it would have been a billion times better if I had a health bar. That was actually that was actually fantastic. Wow. A weeping angel, like, in the dark with lights going on and off. Like, I can't look at him too long, ironically, and I can hear him. That was really smart. Again, I wish I had a health bar. Wow, that was really, really well done. Actually well done. Wow. I'm not angry about the softlock anymore. I am surprised how much I'm enjoying this. Woo! God, am I actually gonna have a positive let's dissect for once?
You found the schematics. Great. Get back to the security office right away. Time to wrap things up.
Interesting.
Well done, Arnie. I didn't think you could do it. But here you are. So we did some digging to learn more about that bothersome endoskeleton that keeps relentlessly pursuing you. From what we can tell, it was designed to keep Murray's son entertained while Murray worked. It would mimic the actions of those around it. At some point, the endoskeleton was exposed to some sort of violence, the details of which are a little fuzzy. This mimic endoskeleton then copied that violent behavior.
That makes sense.
Put that data diver in the inventory system. It'll go right to where it's needed.
So there's gotta be somewhere I haven't parachuted. There we go.
What are you doing? That area is off limits.
Here we go. Secret ending. Well, not even
Me,
secret.
the data diver.
No, shut the fuck up. And yeah, there we go.
You have made your choice.
There we go.
You are not going to make it out of here alive.
There we go.
If you had just given me the schematics, we could have fixed things.
Yes, more plot. After trying to figure out the entire game, we finally learn why the Mimic has been after us. It experienced something violent and is, naturally, mimicking that behavior. We also get the rather obvious reveal that something has been impersonating our boss since that static earlier. I say something because the emails we got back in the executive office seem to illustrate that there was another mysterious entity actively working against the Mimic. Not to mention the goals of this entity and the goals of the Mimic clearly conflict and hey, what is that? Is that foreshadowing? Did this game actually foreshadow a secondary threat and not just throw in William Afton at the last minute because they ran out of ideas? This is how a horror game needs to handle mysteries. When one question is answered, make another. Always keep the player wondering. Even better, this reveal gives context to several prior audio logs, and now that we have this foundation, the game can keep building on this new knowledge to add more context to the situation, make it more horrifying, more tragic, while also building the mystery of this second entity. Compare this intrigue to the story of, say, Security Breach, where the only real mystery was why did they program Roxy to have depression?
I thought you might understand, but you're just like the others. The other technicians, the workers. Now it's your turn to dress up. When he catches you, which one will he choose? In many ways, tonight has been a comedy of errors. A jester would suit you well. Or a bunny, running from danger, scared and stupid, searching for a hole to hide in. No, you did everything I asked up to this point. You were an obedient dog, a good dog. Then you bit the hand that fed you.
So I'm confused. So the Mimic's been trying to kill me this whole time. So that's interesting. So what is trying to kill me? Because this voice and the Mimic were working together. I'm confused. Oh, I'm up here. Sort good. I'm coming. It. On. Oh, whoa, okay. Bunch of levers. Oh my god, it's the Drill-Evator! This literally is the... Yo, sup, Big Top? This literally is the Drill-Evator. Ha! God, you look cool, though. Oh, we're out. Later, Big Top.
Arnold, why? Why would you come down here?
Yo!
I protected you as one of
It's a Freddy Fazbear.
You did everything else that was asked of you.
Were they gonna make like a giant animatronic Freddy Fazbear? Can this game end in like a mecha fight? That'd be awesome. A giant Freddy Fazbear mech. That's like the original Freddy well, not the... Okay, I'm not gonna say the original because there's like a billion but you know what I mean. Like from FNAF 1. Fascinating. I'm sure that means something for the lore. Should never taken off the premises for the... Activate stage lights. Hi, okay. So who's... Ah, I see. What the hell? Oh, I can get in this! Why? Ah. Thank you for telling me that. So it's way over there. Okay, let's check this. Why? Why am I able to do this? This cable just goes to that camera, yeah.
No entry.
Oh, this literally, oh! It's like FNAF, I just have to... So that drains its power. Oh, look at that! Aha! We're learning. I wonder if I leave this suit... okay, so where did I put the other suit? It's over here. Okay, so...
Employees only.
Suit. Yes, that worked. Okay. Interesting. Yep. And that'll drain more energy. Aha! Let's move to... I don't know. Okay. Yep. Alright. So there are two different entities running around. Another suit. Ah, I understand the game we're playing. Okay. Yep.
I see you at the door.
Oh, that's the, oh, this is so cool. Oh my god, it's like I'm the animatronic. Oh, that's actually really cool. That's really cool. Yep, I'm coming out here, so I need to get back to that suit. This is actually really cool. Oh, cause like, oh, that's a really cool twist on the. That's a cool twist. He was like, I see you outside the door. It's like, oh, like I'm being. Oh, that's fun. That's a fun twist on this, the whole... Because I'm trying to drain his power. This is really clever. This is really clever. So if it wasn't clear from my constant gushing, this entire area is a sort of role reversal from the original FNAF, which is, god damn it, that's just clever. We're trying to put these suits in places that forces the voice to drain power in order to allow us into the security room. I will nitpick since the open nature of the room allowed me to constantly know where the mimic was, so it wasn't really all that challenging. But if my only criticisms come down to nitpicks, then that's a whole lot better than the frickin' slaughterhouse I sent games like Bendy through. Even better, beating this section leads directly to more plot. It's weird plot, but I'll take it over a, gee, you'll never guess what happened to my spooky child in this horror game.
Without power, it will trap us both down here in the dark.
I mean, I don't believe you. Then, hey, I'm outside your door.
You give me no other option.
Whoa.
Enter.
Whoa, you look like the Mixes system.
Circumstances, it is nice to meet you face to face.
Wait, what? What are you? A computer? Your voice changed. What is going on?
My communications with Edwin have been severed. Edwin abandoned us. Head to the main house and activate the communications sub-terminal. We must convince him to repair M2. That is all that I want. If you do not, M2 will never stop pursuing you. Tell Edwin, I still love him. Entering, stand by.
So that mysterious second entity is Edwin's wife now digitized into the mind of a computer. And while a Portal 2 joke would be the obvious go-to here, I'm a man of class and thus will call this pulling a Jonas Venture instead. We're told that the mimic, or M2, is incomplete and its murderous tendencies can be fixed by completing it. It's never explained how we're going to fix the M2 since Fiona just thinks we need to convince Edwin to do it. However, him being dead is so unbelievably obvious that I was actually more surprised the game was trying to pretend otherwise. Here's a thought, can we please just ban horror games from pulling the they've been dead all along twist? Unless it's the whole point of the narrative like in Silent Hill 2, it's never really a surprise. Moving on though, the game has me experience the 4th dark ride I've been through on this channel, and I'm actually kind of frustrated that Bendy had the best out of the 4. I see something moving.
Edwin, it doesn't make sense. It's terrible, and there's no logic behind it. It happened, and you have to deal with it. You did it before. We can fix things together. I am here to help.
I get to take a dark ride. I love dark rides. I love dark rides. Alright, it's time for Cheezine's Dark Ride review.
Good evening / morning, Mr. Burry.
Did you build this just to go to your house?
5 a.m.
What the hell?
End of update.
What is...
In summary, nothing to worry about. You got this.
What the... Well, as far as dark rides go, that was rather bland with very little scenery. This ending room is nice. What? But seriously, what the hell? It's all flowing to this place. What the actual... Oof. This is some fun build-up. Oh, fuck me. Oh, we're doing one of these again. Fine, whatever. Oh, never mind. Fun fake-out. So what is all this power going to? Well, I missed whatever the jump scare was. I'm assuming it's the Mimic. It's M2 specifically, okay. How did you get here before I did?
Well, you got me. By all accounts, it doesn't make sense.
And thus we come to my favorite hunting area in the game. Sure, it might not be using the costume gimmick anymore, but we've seen it plenty already, so a change of pace is definitely welcome. What I like so much about this setting is the environment. This house is an incredibly claustrophobic and, might I add, intimate setting to place us in. Not only with noisemakers to distract M2, but plenty of traps for us to fall in if we're not paying attention. The house also has 2 floors, which, just like the Scattered Captain segment, will really tend to obfuscate where M2 is. We also get several cutbacks to use, but they never lead directly to the safe room, so this encourages the player to sneak around, use traps tactically, and to really try to outmaneuver the monster instead of just blindly running around in a panic like so many Mascot Horror games tend to do. Even better, the goobers we're looking for are in film reels with even more story beats to them, so each return to the safe room gives us a bit of a cooldown when we watch snippets of a loving father who I'm absolutely certain will experience no tragedy whatsoever in this horror game. I of course have nitpicks, like how I wish certain things in the environment might change up or escalate as we got more tapes, and of course the aforementioned, give me a health bar for the love of fuck! No. Let's pop this sucker in.
Happy birthday, buddy.
That's a huge cake.
Sweetie. Mommy made
That's a massive cake for 3 people.
Oh, honey, you're
Wait,
scared.
one of them's a baby?
No, he loves it.
You made a cake that big for 2 people and a baby. 1. What was that button for? Oh, for a piano. I bet the order of these tapes has a code that I need, because the birthday had a 1 at the end. Where are you? Okay.
Happy birthday, buddy.
Wait for Mama. Mama loves presents.
David, Mommy's gone.
8. We're learning things. Another tape. Shit. Nope. Bye. Ah. Oh! I see it. Duh.
Fiona, did you make this?
I baked
Oh, that's
for David's special
creepy.
day.
Well, great job.
That's not creepy at all. You just made a mimic of your... Where are you going? Don't. Come on. Yes! Eat shit! Ah.
Happy birthday,
Wow.
buddy.
Happy birthday, sweetie.
Oh.
Okay.
God.
I need you to take over now and make dinner. I gotta get back to it.
Of course.
Oh dear. Your wife was also... That's great. Okay, 16807. I remember that door up on the 2nd floor. Alright. We are in business. Duck, why do you have chains in your house? Creep. Okay, 16807. 1, 6, 8. Awesome. Woo! Alright. That was well done. Alright. I do want to read these last few emails, though. Okay, let's see what we got here. Received 5 minutes ago. Edwin, I am sending you a technician. He has your M2 blueprints as well as executive access. While the M2 began as a copy of my program, I believe it can become something more. It wasn't me, it was different. Somehow it has been damaged and is malfunctioning. M2 can no longer be controlled, it will no longer listen. It mimics rage. It has done many bad things. No one who enters the MCM is safe. Please reconsider, finish the program. Okay, so is Edwin still alive? This looks pretty endgamey. What's the guy sleeping up? I love them. It's Edwin.
Journal entry.
What?
Too bad the new power test was a failure.
It says
due to a minor detonation.
Oh.
There is damage to my office interior, as well as a small fire.
Help! M2! Respond! Emergency! Call for help!
Daddy's busy, buddy. Why don't you go outside and play?
What the hell?
Please! I can't move. I can't feel my legs.
You know, speaking of legs, what do you think? I just finished mine. There are still a few kinks to work out.
I'm sorry, M2. I lost my temper. I was always gonna fix you. Please, call for help.
Oh, can't right now, buddy. We can do something fun tomorrow. I promise.
M2, help.
Shit. For those of you who've been tired of my constant praise, don't worry, because here's where I talk about the story, and much like the leftover bin at a slaughterhouse, it's all awful. Now you might be saying, but Cheese, you incredibly clever bastard, weren't you praising this story just a little bit earlier? Yes, I was. Though I have to come clean, I may have been lying to you. And by may have, I mean yes, I was definitely lying to you. Those of you who've played the game may have actually noticed the little switcheroo I mentioned earlier in the video. See, remember how the very last time we talked with our boss, we got the line,
At some point, the endoskeleton was exposed to some sort of violence.
and how I said that this answer to one question was expertly timed with creating a new question? Yeah, that was the switcheroo. See, that line, the line that finally answers why the Mimic is trying to kill us, a line that pairs perfectly with this audio log here,
Stop sounding like him.
was actually told to us all the way back here, near the very beginning of the game. So rather than letting us wonder why the Mimic is so aggressive towards us throughout the runtime of the game, maybe it knows us, maybe it was programmed to murder people because Murray just thought it would be a real hoot. The game just answers this question in like the first 20 minutes or something. And it's not like this is a red herring either, like with this explanation in FNAF 1.
If they happen to see you after hours, probably won't recognize you as a person. They'll probably try to forcefully stuff you inside a Freddy Fazbear suit.
As far as I can tell in the game's story, this is indeed the reason the Mimic is out to kill you. It learned violence. Even the way the audio logs in the game play out really seem to hint at this, but because I already knew that the Mimic had experienced a violent event, my reaction was, oh, huh, so that's how it happened. But if we were still in the dark, like how I showed you, this could have been a moment. Instead, we just get this backwards storytelling that completely ruins the intrigue. I mean, imagine if FNAF 1 started out like, hello, I just wanted to tell you that the animatronics here might get kind of violent at night. It's because they're possessed by ghosts and are, kind of mad about it. Okay, thanks, bye. And this trend continues to the point that the plot just becomes raw meat left on the counter because it keeps spoiling itself extremely quickly. The mystery of a second entity, explained 10 minutes later. This entity has been talking to Murray, who might actually be alive, once again explained almost immediately, which is incredibly ironic for a game called Secret of the Mimic. I never felt engaged in the game's plot because all the questions were being answered immediately, nor did it present any topics interesting enough for me to mull over in my head. I never really cared about Murray's plight because he was just some voice recording. It got a little better with the family tapes, but by that point the story was basically over. Imagine if instead we had M2 mimicking Murray from the start of the game. Of course, most people would come to the conclusion, oh, it's just the Mimic. But then near the end of the game, it's revealed that our boss was actually being mimicked. How much of a wrench would that throw into our assumptions? How tantalizingly confusing would that be? And not confusing as in, does this different shade of purple imply that William Afton was actually gay? But again, the game just spoils its own mysteries 10 seconds after it creates them, and what's worse, I do not care about any of the characters in this story, including Arnold. You know, the guy you're playing as? You probably forgot his name. Don't worry, I did too. When they gave him a voice in the beginning, I was legit excited. Some of the most interesting protagonists come from horror games, and while I wasn't expecting Silent Hill 2 levels of complexity, I did have some hope because because, and this may be a controversial statement right here, but the best written protagonist from any mainline FNAF game is Cassie from Ruin. Now I can already hear the typing of 100 keyboards rushing to say something about deep lore in the books and how compelling Michael Afton from FNAF 1 is. Oh yes, he was very compelling with how he sat completely still in a chair for an entire week and never said or did anything at all. Truly Shakespearean in his levels of complexity. Look, I'm certain the lore about Michael Afton or Henry, Emily, or Bonnie's left foot is very fascinating and all, but you can't point to a game and say, well actually the story is very good if you read all the books and watch all the MatPat videos and get all the secret endings that require you to solve 7 different ARGs just to get a slightly different ending screen, because then you'd have to admit that Balan Wonderworld actually has a compelling plot, and I don't think you want to dig that hole for yourself now, do you? A game's story shouldn't be walled off behind 20 hours of homework, and I know that's ironic when talking about 5 nights of watching lore videos, but let's really take a look at all the protagonists across all the mainline games and see what exactly the game gives us. FNAF 1 never says anything and gets fired. FNAF 2 never says anything and gets fired. FNAF 3 never says anything and gets Springtrap fired. FNAF 4 never says anything and dies of cringe. Sister Location likes popcorn, watches soap operas starring vampires, and gets Edgard from Men in Black. Pizza Sim never says anything and gets really fired. Now it's fine that these games never really give us a deep protagonist because these games are all smaller, more contained experiences with more emphasis on gameplay and jump scares than giving us a compelling narrative. However, the Steel Wool era of games is expanding that initial scope and giving us larger, more complex stories and thus actual character in our player characters. Gregory was a swing and a miss because his character was torn apart by a plot that had been rewritten about 17 times, but Cassie was an honest-to-Fazbear character with established goals, likes, and a personality. When I had to put down old Roxy in Ruin, I actually felt sad. Not because I like Roxy, but because the game had bothered to establish that Roxy was not only Cassie's favorite, but why she was Cassie's favorite. But we never get anything like this for Arnold, who I legitimately have to keep scrolling up to the top of this script just to remind me of what his name is. He has so few voice lines that honestly it would have just been better to keep him as a silent protagonist, and the few voice lines he does have are all complaining. Completely justified complaining, granted, but it's not something that gives us any idea of his character. Only compounding this problem is the fact that Arnold has basically no connection to anything going on in this game. The best horror stories always give the protagonist some kind of link to what's going on, even if it's just some kind of parallel or character growth. Take a look at Gordon from My Friendly Neighborhood. Now, he has no direct connection to the MFN studios, he's just a guy showing up for a job, but through the game we do learn about him and he does establish a connection to this place. And talking to the puppets, we learn about his time in Muppets Take Vietnam. We learn that despite his gruff exterior, he does have a caring side. And talking with Arlo, we see his pessimistic view on society, but we also see how his time here and being exposed to this honest beacon of lost goodness is cracking through that pessimism. What does, wait a sec, Arnold have by comparison? He shows up, manages to not die, and then that's it. And yes, I know there's an ending where Arnold ends up fixing the Mimic, which I'm sure shows his compassion or something, but A, that's still only one implied character trait we get from the game, and B, getting this ending requires you to beat the game once, play it again on New Game Plus, get all the collectibles, and beat the Moon text-based adventure, which I... Okay, let me just rant a little bit longer and then we can get back to the game, I promise. A game's story shouldn't be locked behind a bunch of arbitrary bullshit that makes no sense in context of the game itself. Now, in terms of secret joke endings, sure, that's fine, but the full experience shouldn't be locked behind such arbitrary requirements. Security Breach did this as well, with the true ending locked behind finding and beating 3 random arcade games, one of which is located inside of a different ending. Here's a question. Why are the characters doing this? Why is Gregory taking time out of his murder spree to play 3 random arcade games for literally no reason? Why is Arnold risking his life to amass a small mountain of plush toys and then beat a random text-based adventure game on his work computer? Answer, because that's how you find the lore! Ring the lore! Alarms the lore! If you're relying on the player to complete random tasks that make no sense in context of the game to get the full story, that's no longer storytelling, that's holding the story hostage. The secret ending is actually by far the most interesting and really kind of disturbing ending, even if I'm pretty sure it's non-canon since we meet the Mimic in Ruin and whatnot. Thus, locking the most interesting ending behind a bunch of nonsense really just cheapens the story for the average player who isn't going to grind hours of this game just for an additional cutscene. In short, bad writing. Ugh, okay, rant done. Let's just get on with the rest of this game where I'm pretty sure I missed getting a slightly better ending, but at this point, who really cares? This again. Run cradle. Oop. This again. Come on. Oh, now's when we get to do this thing. Oh, close the door, thank you.
it's me. It's been a long time since we had
Edwin's
a chance
dead.
to talk. The company doesn't matter anymore.
What the f?
It's over. You need to let it go.
The hell were those?
You can stay up in the main house if you want to. I miss you. But I miss my child more. I want him back. It's not too late to fix our family.
What the hell? Hi. God, you're strong. Why do they make this thing so maniacally strong? Pianist is going crazy. A lot of lava. Oh, jeez. I still don't understand why this place is powered by frickin' lava. Hi, little trash can man. Oh, Jesus. Keep running. Oh, shit. Considering this is... Yeah, you're gonna get crushed. Bye. Or not. Jesus, why are you so strong? Let's keep moving. You are absolutely not dead. Good. These little cleaning robots. Onto the train. Train's leaving the station. Let's go. Time
for us to say goodbye.
Ugh. Everything is on fire. Well, now the game is bright. Oh, shit. Oh! They are actually coming for me. Wow! Oh. Oh, fuck, you're still alive. Why did you want that? Ugh. God damn. And thus ends one of two endings I got that end up with Herr Arnold getting in a car crash and dying. Except in this one, the Mimic gets the data diver, which I'm sure will mean something in 2 years when the next FNAF game comes out. So, since I last left you with my incredibly frustrated opinion on the story, how about my opinion of the game itself? I'm just gonna say it, this is now my second favorite Mascot Horror game ever. My Friendly Neighborhood still takes the top spot, just because the gameplay is fun and I like the story way better. Though Secret of the Mimic is absolutely scarier, and really, the only Mascot Horror game to keep me scared throughout a majority of its runtime. In fact, I'll go so far as to say it's the scariest game I've played on this channel. Now, it still doesn't come close to the more traditional horror games that I like, as in general, I just don't find mascot characters as inherently scary as some good old-fashioned body horror. But I was honestly surprised at how many times this game put me into that actually pretty scared mindset. This game is such an improvement over Security Breach. It's honestly hard to believe. The environment is actually claustrophobic and dark. Each encounter feels purposeful and like I'm actually being hunted. The costume switching is an incredible idea. The cat room is absolutely brilliant, and the mascot designs are actually off-putting enough where I haven't made a single inappropriate joke about them this entire review. Except for maybe Jackie.
I've got a bad case of clussy fever.
Sure, I have issues with the plot, and they're big issues, yes. But everything else about this game really brings the experience up to a genuine 7 out of 10. Though this is a real 7 out of 10, not IGN speak for terrible. Like, for reference, if I had to rate every other game on this channel, it'd be a 9, 3, 5, 4, 6, 5, 3, 4. And no FNAF fans, that is not an ARG. It's just a bunch of random numbers. And since, for once, I don't have to make some apologetic ending where sappy music plays and I say I have hope for the studio, there's one last tangent I want to hop on. Some of you watching this footage may have seen me getting scared, hiding around corners and getting hesitant, and thought to yourself, "Ha! Getting scared at a stuffed elephant? There goes us any real horror cred, cheese. Here's the thing. Horror, and especially horror games, are a relationship. Horror requires you to invest a part of yourself into the game. In turn, it's the game's job to take that investment and actually do something with it, to hold your intrigue and to create threatening scenarios. If you don't give it that initial proper attention, of course you're going to get nothing out of it. So yes, I absolutely could play this game again and just scoff at all the horror and play it all for laughs, but that's not what I'm about. Even in a game like Bendy and the Ink Machine, which I ended up really not liking, there were a few moments that gave me some genuine fear, and I had legitimate fun with the game at those points. Now, if I had just come in trying to dismiss everything and just make fun of the game for the sake of it, I never would have experienced that one actual moment of joy. I still had a critical mindset, a very critical mindset in fact, but being automatically dismissive and not letting yourself get too into something doesn't make you an intellectual, it makes you boring. In other words, you can cosplay as Deku and still criticize My Hero Academia. You can have a Sonic OC and still say Forces was shit. You can be cringe and still be based. I'm cringe, and that's based. I will never be based, and that's not cringe. There's no one I'd rather be than me.